Hi, this is Diane Peters from jcharvisinvestments.com. How are you doing today? Well, I have a special guest in the audience today. His name is Ice Cream. He's our Maltese who really runs the show. Ice Cream really thinks that we belong to him. This is his house, and we just live in it. He's really actually my daughter's dog. And we adopted Ice Cream when he was 2 years old. And he's the sweetest dog. Every place we take Ice Cream, everybody loves Ice Cream. Now, mind you, around the house he's a little bossy. He doesn't like to be left alone. The minute my daughter leaves, I go to her office and try to get some work done. He's fine as long as I allow him to lay there. So he's awfully cute. He's a great dog. Say hi, Ice Cream. Hello, everybody. I'm really a sweet dog. Aren't you, Ice Cream? Mwah. You sweetie pie, right? It's like, I don't trust this lady. But thanks for visiting, Ice Cream. Now go back to your mommy. Today I want to talk about gossip. That's my message for today. And I thought about all the time gossip. I don't like gossip. And I never really thought about what it does to you until I stopped gossiping. And then I realized these people that are telling me bad things about other people, the question always comes in my head is, what are they saying about me behind my back? You know what I mean? And then I realized every time I opened my mouth to say something that wasn't uplifting, I'm in a pattern now where all I look at is saying negative things to people or about people or critical of people. So I'm on a mission this year to stop the backbiting and the degrading and the talking down. And so my first method to use in order to do that is I turned off all news media. Do you realize how many of these people are telling us about meetings they've never been at? They have a source. Okay, there are a lot of sources you can pay a lot of money to. Hey, I'll be your source, and I'll create whatever story you want. I've even seen one time where one guy, I forget what station he's on, but he actually interviewed somebody from CNN, and the guy admitted that they had paid somebody to say whatever they want him to say. So once I heard that, and I just said, I have to turn these people off. Just think about it. They're sitting there telling us about things that they don't know. They're speculating. I don't like fortune tellers. I don't believe in fortune telling. You know, for me, God's the only one that knows the future. So I'm not a dumb person. I can figure this stuff out for myself. I don't need you to analyze what happened in a certain situation or circumstance. Neither do I need the gossip pages that tell me about these superstars' lives that I don't even have a clue. They wouldn't know me if I walked down the street past them. So I had to turn all that off because I found out for me, it was affecting me. It was making me. I always thought of myself as a person as the cup is half full. But when I started realizing, whoa, I'm turning a little negative here. You know, I'm very, just having bad things, saying things about people that normally, why, I don't even know these people. Even like my pet peeve, who I really can't stand, I'm getting a little political here, is Hillary Clinton. I was like, I don't even know this woman. To me, it's sad what's happened to her. She doesn't seem like she's all with it. So I've even tried to curtail some of the things I say about her, just because I'm trying to get out of that pattern. But I'm telling you, sometimes you can't make this stuff up. This woman is she lends herself to just being criticized. But again, I digress, and I'm trying to stop that behavior. So just give me a little time on that one. But meanwhile, just in our daily lives, just the people we interact with, because the people that we daily interact with are the ones that suffer the most from our gossiping. And we don't think we're gossiping when we're telling something about somebody. But just think about it. When I'm telling you something about somebody else, that's somebody else. It's not me. Now, if I want to tell you what's happening with me, okay, that's my prerogative. I can do that. This is my life. I can talk to you about it. I can tell you things about me. But when I start telling you something about something somebody else said or someone else told me, and again, we're getting small here. I'm talking about our families. I'm talking about our friends. Just think about it. How would you feel if you were in a room and you just happened to stumble upon a conversation that people were talking about you, and they're trying to tell someone else what you felt? even the words that you said. And let's face it, where's that test that they had people lined up and somebody told somebody one thing and somebody told somebody another thing, and by the time it got to the end of the line, the conversation was totally different? Well, actually, that's what happens, and that's what gossip is about. So I don't consider it gossip if you're asking for prayer for someone or you are praying, but I think what we've lost in this society today is the ability to connect with one another and listen to one another. I think there's so much negativity. And my guy Gary Vee today had a very good message about how he's spreading the positivity. And it was on LinkedIn. You have to listen to it. And it was so funny. He was talking about he's choosing to be a positive influence to society, and I looked down a little bit further in the context, and here's this pessimist. He's talking about how his message is wrong. I'm like, oh my gosh. But I really think that our society today, there's so much negative information being driven at us, and it's just really causing us to just turn on one another. And I think the whole philosophy of trying to help your brother, I don't know about you, but for me, I always, when I see someone, if I have money, I give it. I don't care. Listen, I don't know who this person is, but for the grace of God, there go I. I don't even try and think, oh, they're going to use it for drugs. That's not my job, okay? Somebody's down and out. That could be me, all right, for any one reason. So I'm not going to stand there in judgment as to whether or not I should do this. I'm just going to do it. And like I told you in the message yesterday, the more I start giving out, okay, and the more happy, positive whatevers, and for me, like I told you, that starts with God, the better I feel, okay, and the nicer I am. So my method for doing this is to get to the core of who Diane was when she was little. I had my daughter really laughing today because I told her, when I was little, I remember hearing those fairy tales. And do you remember the one about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? First of all, when I first heard that story, I was like, what the heck is this woman doing in the woods with these 7 little men? And believe me, that really was terrifying to me. Why are you, a little girl or woman, out in the woods? And I was analyzing it. Maybe that was my problem. I was overanalyzing the whole situation. I mean, Dracula. The people are talking about vampires now. My thing with Dracula, I never found that guy appealing at all. It scared the heck out of me. Hey, I was even afraid of Halloween. I used to think that we were all going out there and we were begging for food because we had so many kids in the family. I never got it. And the only way my family got me to go out was they dressed me up as a princess. So yeah, I'm one of those. I'm looking for the prince, the charming, and the guy that kissed me and so I can wake up. That was the only fairy tale I got. I didn't get Humpty Dumpty. So I can go off on all these fairy tales. But the bottom line is, please listen to gossip. It just ruins us. It tears at the core of who we are. Instead, do what my guy Gary Vee says. He says, let's get positive. Let's spread a great day. Have a positive day. And listen, keep those fairy tales a little nicer for your little ones, okay? Thanks for listening. Have a great day. God bless. Diane Peters from JCHarvestInvestments.com.